So now you're right here, and the missile launcher has just fired at you again by the time you get up here. This missile won't hit you as long as you simply run off the edge of this platform onto the wall on the right. So just like that. And I'm going to die here so I can reset to show you what I mean at this next part. But this missile here isn't going to hit you, because if you jump where the second sand block is on the bottom, the missile will miss you. So just like that. Because you're too fast in order for him to actually hit you. I'm actually going to do that again just so I can show you again in like real time. Well, I messed that up really badly. So just like that. So now you're here. And this missile launcher shouldn't hit you as long as you just do one jump off the conveyor up into the upper right of this room. And I banged my head in the ceiling. Like, it's kind of hard to do some of these levels with pausing because my muscle memory's thrown off. I'm actually going to do that room again, so. So just like that. Now, what you need to do is you need to wall jump off the conveyor belt into this little hidey hole right here. The missile can't hit you if you're right here. Now, here's the problem with this part, is that this part is very inconsistent. There's not really a good way to get through this next part if you're Meat Boy. If you're Run Man, you can just dash through it, but if you're Meat Boy, you kind of have to do something a little bit more clever, which is basically jump, go slightly forward, wait for the missile launcher to fire again so that it misses you, and I did that wrong because I was trying to explain it, but you need that first missile to hit you, or you can do this. You can rush it, but sometimes the missile that just hit me will actually end up following you, and this is a bit of a hassle. So what I do is this. I 360 in the air so that I can get into that little bottom part there. You're actually supposed to hide out on the left side, not the right side. That was my mistake. So you want to do this. Jump over the first missile, and you want to get in there before the second missile hits you. Like I said, it's really inconsistent though, and in all seriousness, I recommend doing this level first. Because what also tends to happen is what you saw is the first missile launcher on the right actually did fire at me, but it hit the ground before it could get me. So that's another thing you need to be careful of. And when you get down into this little hidey hole here, then you can just wall jump up here and just head straight to Bandage Girl. I'm going to do that again though, just so I can show you what I normally do when I run through this level. Oh man. Like I said, I do not like this level at all. Like, with Run Man it's great, but with Meat Boy it's awful. Oh, Jesus. Oh. I stopped like a pixel before actually falling off the little platform there. But that's a pretty tough level to do an Iron Man run. I actually recommend doing that one first instead of like last like I did, I think. So for this level, you want to use Fly Wrench because well actually you have two options. You can use either Fly Wrench or Ogmo, but with Fly Wrench you can just come over here to the left side and just completely slide up over these walls. And from here you can just grab the key, no problems. As long as you keep moving, this missile launcher shouldn't hit you. Just like that. I'll do it one more time with Fly Wrench. So there you go. And then from there, you can basically just fall down, and there you go. However, you can also do the same thing with Ogmo, but with the right side instead, because like I said earlier, his smaller hitbox lets him slide up some conveyor belts without getting whacked by the salt. I think if you actually do that as the kid, you actually will get whacked. Yeah, see? So with Ogmo, you can very easily get past this. As long as you don't hold any of the directional inputs. You should get past that just fine. However, with this last part with the key, you kind of have to wait around a bit, because if we try doing what we did with Fly Wrench and just like rush over there, Ogmo doesn't have enough speed turning around sometimes, and the missile launcher will catch you out. So what you have to do is you have to sort of pause somewhere, and you have to wait for him to leave. Or you have to wait for the missile to fire before you go back. Otherwise, he will hit you. And from there, just like Fly Wrench, you just fall down and you can finish the level. For 310, you're going to play this one pretty much the same way you did in the Light World. All you're going to do is you're going to run through. Make sure you break all the sand blocks and hold right as soon as you fall through. Getting back to the hard part though, all you need to do in order to get back is simply run, and right there, right about here where I am, you can't see it because Dr. Peace is blocking the way, but you want to jump and slide up the wall so that you can so you can slide up the wall a bit and jump off as the missile's about to hit you, like this. Just like that. I'll do it a few more times. It's not really that tricky of a jump, it's just that the first few times you try it, it's not going to work. Because what's going to happen is you're going to like jump too late and you're going to end up whacking the missile, or you're not going to jump close enough to the wall and you're going to like bang your head in the ceiling like that. So you need to learn that you need to wait a bit for the slide to bring you up a certain distance before you actually jump off. Okay, 311X is a fantastically easy level. It's another great level to save for later. But in order to do this level, you can actually do this with... Can you do this with Fly Wrench? I've actually never tried. Let me try it. Oh, nice. That does work. What do you know? So, that strat you just saw there is a strat that can be done by a bunch of different characters, actually. But apparently if Fly Wrench can do this super easy, then I recommend using him. So... you can do this with any character that has multiple jumps. I used to do this with the Kid, but I think Ogmo can do this too. Yeah, Ogmo can do it, but just barely though, so be aware of that. It's easiest with the Kid though, so basically what you want to do is if your Fly Wrench, just continue sliding up the wall, but if you're Kid, you want to hit this little gray block that I'm on right now and double jump off that so you can jump up to the top of that salt waterfall and just jump over the saw blades and keep going. Or, if you're stupid, like me, you can do this. I don't recommend doing that at all on an Iron Man run. But use Fly Wrench for that. I'll just do the Fly Wrench thing one more time. So there you go. So next is Elevator. So, because I used Fly Wrench for that level, I can use Fly Wrench for this level too. And all you're going to do in this level is you're going to hug the right wall as the missile launcher fires at you. When it fires at you, when you hear the noise, do a big long jump. Just like this. The actual grabbing of the key is really intense because some people don't realize that what you're supposed to do is when you see this little salt waterfall on the right, that's your cue to do a big jump away from the wall so that you can grab the key on your way over. So just like that. It's really easy as opposed to trying to do a really fancy wall jump with someone like Meat Boy the Kid over there, especially because you're going to have to dodge the missile launcher all throughout. So it's just not worth it to do with some other character as opposed to Fly Wrench. For 313X, I stick with Fly Wrench because him sticking to the walls means that I don't have to worry about accidentally wall jumping off and hitting a saw blade or running into the salt waterfalls by accident. So use Fly Wrench's wall stick so that you can very easily complete this level. I really don't have a specific strat outside of using Fly Wrench though. So this is just one that you're going to have to, you know, get your hands and feet dirty with using Fly Wrench. One thing I will point out though is that you saw that when I was on the bottom of the screen and I ran through with Fly Wrench, that only works on that particular saw blade for whatever reason. Like if I get down here like right here and I'm not here for this saw blade right here, and I tried doing it on this one, for some weird reason, Fly Wrench, oh, apparently I'm a lying sack of crap. Like, when I tried this 2 days ago, I couldn't get that to work if I tried that on that saw blade. I guess I must have been just really bad that day. But I'll do it one more time just to show that, yes, Fly Wrench is really good at this level. I learned to like Fly Wrench as I did these Iron Man runs. Like, I used to think that Fly Wrench was garbage. Same with Commander Video. I thought Commander Video was useless, but I've discovered a few things that makes him really good. So for 314, I like to stick with Fly Wrench, because with Fly Wrench, what you can do is you can actually grab the key like that on your way up, and you can nudge the little side of this platform. And simply do that. Of course, this little jump right here is still a little narrow, so that could be a bit of a problem, but if you're really good at this strat, you can actually clear out this level really fast. Just like that. Otherwise, you're gonna do what I used to do, which is basically use the kid and double jump around. This is another fantastic level to save for last, because I don't think that this level is too particularly difficult, besides, like I said, this jump right here. It's a little scary for first-time players. I'm gonna do it one more time as Ogmo this time, though. Alright, next up is 315X. This level is perfect for Fly Wrench because, thanks to the way triple jumps work in this game, you can simply just repeatedly spam his triple jump in order to get all the way up to the top. All you gotta do is get to this block here, jump up, do another big jump here, and from here, like I said, just keep jumping all the way up to the top. It's real simple, it's very easy, and it's one of the best levels to save for last. I will say, though, however, that you need to be aware that this saw blade right there, the one that just passed over my head, is a nightmare. If you try doing this level as fast as you can, you will get caught by that saw blade. Or if you're at the very least not paying attention. So next we have 316X. I recommend using Ogmo for this. What you're going to do is you're going to slide up this wall right at the start, double jump through these sand blocks. Like, I'm sorry, I was trying to do that I couldn't explain that while I was actually doing it, but I can actually pause during the replays here, so I keep forgetting that I can, so I'm trying to explain them as I'm doing them. But what I do with Ogmo is I slide up this wall on the left, and if I don't make it, I just jump off, because Ogmo is more than enough height in order to make this. Dissolve the sand blocks, and because, like I said, Ogmo is a smaller hitbox, you have a higher chance of getting through some of these jumps. So you can either do a wall jump like I did, or a normal jump there. Dissolve the sand blocks. Now, you can actually do this one of two ways. I'll do it the way I'll just show my replay first. But what I normally do is I run off the edge of this platform and I grab the key, and then I rush backwards towards the start of the level in order to get to Bandage Girl. As you can see, you have more than enough time to make it there, so it's not really that big of a deal. Or, if you think for whatever reason you're not going to make it, you can do this instead. See where that platform was just there? You can actually hang out there in that little hidey hole and just wait for the saw blades to pass over you again. Just hold left as you come down and you will be completely safe here. And now from here you can basically just jump back over and get in there. You could have landed on the platform, but I just like sliding down the wall where Bandage Girl is. It's not too tough. It shouldn't give you too many problems. For 317X,